right, Nic Harris, we got here from Oklahoma, playing here 2005 to 2008. Welcome to Stand on Business, man. I appreciate you coming in. Came in from LA this morning, probably a little jet lagged, and just wanted to chat a little bit, man. We appreciate you being here, and welcome home. Welcome back to Norman.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, bro. So let's say, when's the last time you've been here? When's the last time you were in town?
I was here for my jersey recognition last spring for the spring game when they recognized the national championship team of '08.
Nice. Okay.
Heck yes.
Man.
So, 08 nationals. That's
Yeah, we lost against Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, man.
crazy
Oh,
story.
man.
My dad was at that game, too.
Yeah.
And he'll probably show up here in a second, ask for an autograph. But, yeah, man, a lot of memories coming up when we hear your name, because I was maybe 13, 14 years old when you were here, and through those high school years, like core memories of going to OU games and watching you. So this is pretty special for us and very exciting. And just really want to start off with a couple questions. So, you know, being in college, being at one of the highest, most accolade schools in the country, the University of Oklahoma, what are some of the life lessons you've learned that have stuck with you until now and, you know, helped you throughout your life?
First and foremost, man, coming to the University of Oklahoma was probably the best decision I've ever made for myself and my family.
Yeah.
Secondly, it helped me to understand the difference between an honor and a privilege. You know, we come here based on talent, being recruited and stuff like that. But in the grand scheme of it all, it's also a privilege to play for a prestigious university.
Mm-hmm.
And you also understand that no one's bigger than the program.
Yeah. So it's a team atmosphere. So back then, I'm trying to think of the coaches. It was Stoops. You had Schmitty.
Schmitty was my strength coach. Brent Venables was my D coordinator.
Okay.
Chris Wilson was my O coordinator. Josh Heupel was wide receivers coach.
Heupel.
Jackie Shipp was a D-line coach.
Because everybody from that group went on and did huge things in the coaching career, you know?
They went on, yeah, literally from after that national championship team, everybody kind of dismantled and went and did their own thing.
Yeah, wow. That's massive.
That Stoops coaching tree is absolutely insane. Now, and all the coaches under him are, I mean.
Yeah, it's a family business.
Who do we got? We got, you know, Lincoln Riley under him. We got Brent Venables. We got.
Let's not mention Lincoln.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't really care too much.
Bad.
You might as well mention Oklahoma State if you're going to mention Lincoln.
Yeah.
Stinking Lincoln.
So you got any good stories from Schmitty? I mean, training and stuff. Do you still?
I do.
Those lessons stick with you?
I do. So, being a kid from Louisiana, we didn't know that there was like moderate temperatures.
Yeah.
I only experienced like 115 degrees, so I thought that I was just supposed to train in hell. That's not.
You get used to it.
That's not real. That's not real at all. You know,
kitchen,
like
the
85
cooking.
is like moderate, and I never knew that I was diagnosed with sickle cell.
Oh wow.
So I just thought that within my training, my lower back and upper thighs would hurt.
Yeah.
I just thought I drank too many Cokes.
Right.
And I had no idea. And Schmitty, God bless his soul, he didn't know either. So he just thought I was being for lack of better words, you know.
It was, yeah.
And literally one of the hottest, it was like a $110, 110, and we're on the track.
Yeah.
And all the medical staff runs out because we had just got our blood work back. And they're like, no, Harris, don't go, don't go.
Crap.
They had like an impromptu meeting with Smitty, and he goes from like MFing me because I'm dying.
Yeah, he thinks you're
And
trying
he's
to
like-
get out of
he's-
drills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no, big dog, you're good. You good.
You got the
I'm
pass.
respecting. Yeah.
Probably like Schmitty, you almost killed him.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
I almost died. It was like the summer that a bunch like college kids, like 10 to 12 guys died.
That's
that summer.
wild, man. And it was kind of a different time back then because now it's like everyone's a little bit more sensitive. There's more rules with the NCAA on hours you can practice and stuff, but it was probably a little bit more cutthroat back then with training.
It's a softer. If you want to just allude to what it is now, it's a much softer game.
Yeah, I was trying to be polite.
No, I'll be. It's standing on business. So these guys,
No cap, right?
yeah. So it's a much softer game, in my opinion. I mean, I love the kids. Some of the guys are great athletes. Some of the guys are prima donnas, especially with being able to take payments and
Yeah.
parents negotiating contracts, which is why I
That's
have
right.
not jumped into the coaching realm, because in my opinion, a lot of the kids would much rather look good than play good.
Yeah. The thing for me is, and I appreciate any athlete, the hard work that everyone puts in, but if a wide receiver gets a first down, we don't really need a celebration. That's what your job is. That's what you're supposed to do. That being said, I know the fans love it. I know the energy. It's meant to rile everyone up. So I do appreciate it in that sense,
I get what you're saying. I think
Yeah.
that there is some type of if it's a big first down,
Yeah.
we need some type of celebration, because that gets the crowd going
Okay.
and that gets momentum going.
Momentum.
But to also run parallel to what you're saying, we're not going to applaud a fish for swimming.
Right.
Like, it's your job to catch balls as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
As a quarterback, it's your job to throw complete passes.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And at the same time, do you see a lot of the distinctions from when you played in 08, 2007, with the NIL and the transfer portal? Do you think it's turning more into a business in college football now because of these big deals and stuff like that? And,
Well, first and foremost, it's always been a business. The universities have been raping
yeah,
free indentured servitude. You get billions of dollars every year.
yeah,
Let's start it there.
been
Secondarily,
going on.
I'm all for the kids getting paid.
Yeah.
But I do think there has to be a cap, right? You can't pay a guy Michigan $12.2 million to be a quarterback, and he hasn't played a snap yet. No knock to anybody here.
Hey, because
But no, I'm all for the kids getting paid, because first and foremost, anytime that you're risking paralysis, anytime that you're risking a blown out knee, anytime that you're risking not being able to play the game that you love again, I need to be paid.
Yeah.
I just come from a different aspect of it all, because whenever I was here, I could have been thrown off the team for getting a free burger.
right.
Whereas you got guys making hundreds of thousands of dollars that don't even play.
Yeah.
So I do think somebody owes me a check. I'm not going to say who.
Hey, we'll staying on business. We'll get the lawyers working on that one. But
Yeah, you have to go to the Proctor's house and get a little home cooking, didn't
So,
you? I know a bunch of players would go over there growing up when I was 10
Yeah.
years old. And
yeah.
I don't know if you knew.
I'm not mentioning anybody's
Yeah,
name.
we won't mention any names,
I
but
got you.
no, it's an interesting perspective to hear like an old head talk about his experience.
Old head, hold on,
You know what I'm
relax,
saying?
relax.
No, I'm not going to mention a name.
I'm
but,
just seasoned.
Seasoned.
Well, I'm thinking of a quarterback that we hung out with in a suite. I won't mention any names, but anyway. So, as far as like what you're doing now, you're acting. You've got some big things coming up. Landed a big deal with Nike yesterday. Looks like the future is bright for as far as media. Do you have any vision for the future of what you got planned?
It's kind of a full circle. Can you kind of
Touch on that.
I've always been, ultimately, that's one of the decisions that I made with coming out to college. I was not going to go to a school that wasn't a Nike school.
Okay.
And then whenever I got drafted, my agent, I was like, I'm not going to sign with anyone else but the swoosh.
Okay.
And I've been a swoosh athlete for roughly 10 years. And just signed a new contract for Nike Studios on yesterday.
Nice.
So to be potentially the face of what we have coming. Based on media, I've been the defensive movement guy for Madden, for EA Sports for the past 8 years.
Let's go.
So I've been with the program, and I'm highly fortunate and quite thankful to be even in that space, because you know how many people are trying to get into that, with motion capture, and then with film, commercial industry, whether it's regional or global, it's always an opportunity. So, just always honing my skills and just making sure that I'm prepared whenever the next gig comes.
It's pretty cool to see all the virtual stuff, the technology coming out, and what might be in the future, for athletes, and even as a viewer, as a spectator, for fans watching games, from the sideline on your goggles. Like, I'm not going to say doing everything from that point of view is good, but I think Norman, Oklahoma needs one of those new dome types of spectator venues. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. But as far as, Madden, some of the experiences, I know you're in the community working with kids a lot, giving back, creating impact. Do you have any message for, like, let's say if you could tell something to your 18-year-old self at OU as a freshman, what's a thing that you would give to a younger athlete right now? A good piece of advice.
First piece of advice I would say is that you're not as good as they say you are, and you're not as bad as they say you are either.
That's good.
You're kind of middle ground. And as far as my involvement, the way I look at it is I'm going to give all that I have for as long as I have it.
Okay.
I need to be who I need it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never not use my platform to help those that are disadvantaged, rural communities.
Yeah.
And I'll always give my hand to help someone else out.
I appreciate that, man. That's massive.
One thing I wonder, because I know, growing up in Norman and loving OU football, you have to have a whole bunch of discipline to be a college athlete. And I didn't learn discipline growing up. I had zero discipline growing up. So where did that come from? Like, you have to be a special type of person to be here. So
my grandparents were the architect of my success. They laid the foundation of who I am as a person to my core.
Wow.
And without them, I would not be where I am at the moment.
Big respect to the grandparents, man. God bless. That's huge. I was very close to my grandparents growing up as well. My parents, they're here. We had a lot of good examples, but can you share a story of something maybe from your childhood that helped develop that character and that discipline?
I don't know how much you guys know, but I didn't come from the best upbringing. And I was homeless at a point in time in my life. I emancipated both of my parents when I was 15. I declared myself a product of the state. I'm the oldest of 12. I'm adopted by my guidance counselor from high school. For me, it's just perseverance. It's just perseverance. Just the things that we complain about are first world problems compared to what people on the other side of the world have to deal with.
Having that perspective, staying humble, I'm sure.
Dude, I love the bracelet. What would Jesus do? I mean, that rings a lot with me. What you're saying, our childhoods are different. Like, I was born in an awesome family, blue collar. I mean, I got everything I wanted. But then, as a child, as I was, growing up, 11 to 12, I was playing heavy in sports. So that's why I loved OU football. Loved OU football. But I had a brain tumor. They discovered a brain tumor. So I had that perseverance, the little things, don't sweat. There's a lot more worse things that could be happening to kids right now. You're breathing, you're in this special opportunity. You got to be grateful, man. And I mean, yeah, that's crazy, dude. What you went through. So I can't imagine, but I can imagine the perseverance, because I had to persevere too. But you had your whole life, man. That's crazy.
I just look at it like layers, Everybody has different layers, right? An onion.
Yeah.
Was it Outback has a blooming onion? Everybody has the different layers that you got to peel back, just figure out, and we all don't show our true selves. It takes time. Mm-hmm. But as far as I consider myself to be quite transparent in any capacity whatsoever, because I think that is for me, to my core, that's how you can stay engaging. There isn't a mask that I wear. This is just who I am.
Yeah. Are you big on
why
energy?
beat around the bush? I hate beating around the bush. Stop. Just get to it.
Right. I like that word, transparency. Being who you are, authenticity. We talk about that a lot. And, in a world where you have social media, you've got cameras, you've kind of got a virtual fake world going on. How do people stay authentic? How do they stay true to their character and develop that? What is something you did to help do that? I came up in a different time.
Okay. So as far as cameras and being true, I guess you gotta have a certain medium of what you show to the world, right? Depending on what you're using those platforms for. Yeah. And who you are, because you do have to retain some type of secrecy if you have children or a family that you want to protect. Right. We live in a culture now that people don't like to see others happy. And so you got to protect your happiness and your peace as much as you possibly can. Yeah. Having peace. Has God been a big part of your life? God is the anchor of my life. Man, I love that too. I noticed the bracelet. We got "In God We Trust" on the building right over here. Hey. So,
I truly believe, when you're talking to the random stranger, a homeless person, you're talking to yourself. And that's helped me. I've always believed in make strangers feel like superstars. And I'm a big part of like believing that people is what makes things great, not products, the material, the rewards, and the accolades. And
People also makes things the worst things ever.
they do.
So complicated. Relationships,
Yeah.
romantic or regular, people mess it up. The rules are the rules. Do unto others.
As
In
you,
romantic and or just do unto others.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be treated a certain way. You wouldn't want your communication to lack in a certain way. So we as humans mess this thing up, right?
Golden rule.
Yeah, and it's like I think that we lack communicative barriers. A lot of people don't necessarily know how to see themselves. A lot of people have the inability to self assess.
yeah, self-awareness.
Yeah, self-awareness. Like
yeah.
looking yourself in the mirror and like, hey, listen, I need to fix this. They're doing the hard work and the shadow work and looking at themselves and be like, you know what? I'm not who I think that I am.
That word shadow work is pretty big. And I think it's evolving to where the community, the society is starting to realize there's a lot of inner work that needs to happen.
Yeah, even
in all of us.
A greater mirror is having kids, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, mine, she's 16.
Man,
my daughter's
boy.
16.
I got
Yeah.
2 daughters, man. I got a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old, and
I'm glad I started early.
Yeah, you got that knocked out.
You're done, man.
You're
Hey,
chill.
Hey,
Yeah.
she's almost out, right? You're almost empty nester.
My greatest creation. She's my greatest creation, and she stole my entire face. She stole my face.
Yeah,
She's
hey, I
holding
hear
it.
that. I hear that. My
Hey.
3-year-old and 1-year-old are at the house right now. Man, I can imagine it's probably just getting
Well,
wrecked.
they call you out, man. They call you out for stuff you didn't even know you were doing.
Little you.
Yeah.
Literally, you're like, it's some stuff you can't even like. You're like, you know what? That's me. I'm so,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it.
I've never been so aware of my behavior than I have right now.
Yeah.
I mean, having kids literally
Yeah.
transforms
If
you.
you're
man.
not sure what your weaknesses are, have kids, and you'll find out pretty
yeah.
quick.
Yeah, as soon as they can talk,
I
they're
like
what are you
having my
doing?
sleep or my downtime, so that's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, so trying to think of something else. We only got you for a little bit. I know you're busy for the week and for the weekend while you're here. You have any shout outs to any coaches or any messages to people that were great, figures in your life that left you with good messages? Or
I won't do personal because you always leave someone out.
yeah, okay.
What I will say is that anybody that's had an occurrence with myself, I want to say thank you. Because I believe that we as people, we take different parts of others and build ourselves.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, I'm a completely broken person stitched together with good intentions. So, and I travel often and I try to sit myself and just be humble in different cultures and just try to understand certain things. So, shout out to anybody that's ever experienced me, good, bad, or indifferent. Hopefully you learn, hopefully I learn, and we grow as a people.
Okay, there's something I know I did want to ask you. So you're in the acting world and you live in Los Angeles. What from your days playing football in college, in the NFL, have helped you with acting?
Short-term memory.
Okay.
So I equate anything where if I've had to rehearse lines, a scene, an audition that was terrible, or something I didn't get picked for, I equate that to having a bad play on the football field. Literally, it's 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And I cannot let that affect what happens, because on the football field, if I let a play that happens in the first quarter affect me in the fourth quarter, me as a whole, right?
Yeah.
I'm not who I am as a person. So I've got to just continue to just forge forward.
Yeah.
And just have a short-term memory.
That's a good piece of it.
Amnesia is what they call it in
Selective amnesia.
Yeah, selective.
Yeah.
Not
Most women have selective amnesia, but we're not going to touch that topic.
No, we don't need to go down that road.
No.
We don't need to go down that road. But
So-
that's something they would always say, hey, every day is Groundhog's Day in the car business. I sell cars.
Okay, yeah.
So that,
Starting all over
just
again.
forget yesterday. Let's do it again today. But do
Yeah.
the same thing, but do it better.
Yeah.
And shout out to Fowler Toyota of
Fowler,
Norman.
baby, that's
Let's
where we're
go.
at.
Let's go. So trying to think of what else we were
Oh,
wanting to
hey,
talk
and
about.
yeah, what we want to say too also is this is our podcast. I came up
Yeah.
with the name, by the way, just
Okay.
as his last name. But,
Okay.
you know, he was like, that is good.
Shameless plug.
Hey,
Okay.
Shameless plug. It's
But,
all right.
so stand on business, man. What does that mean to you? No cap, too.
I don't know. That's young. That's for the young. But standing on business is like just being your authentic, true self. For me, it's like, no, are you surprised that I said what I said? Yeah. That's standing on business. Like, I'm going to tell you, and also I am who I say I am. If I give you my word, this is something that I'm going to do. And at the end of the day, it's like, as a man, whenever it's all said and done, all we have is our last name and our word. And I'm going to do my absolute best to protect them both.
That's key.
Strong,
That's key.
strong.
Very keen advice. So, do you have a daily practice that helps you keep into like a flow state, or how do you shape your mind and keep that skill, keep that hunger going?
One of two things. When I wake up every morning, I've already won.
Gratitude.
And secondarily, before I do anything, let thy will be done.
Okay.
So whatever happens throughout the course of the day, I've already won.
Okay.
I woke up.
Yeah.
I don't
breathing.
have bad days. You know, like my blues to others could be tragic. So no, I'm extremely happy for the life that I live, the life that I've created with help. And it's never a me thing, it's always a we thing.
I love that. Serving others before yourself. You know, I try to be the last person to eat at the table. This helped me a lot. So let's think about, 10 years from now. Acting works out the way you want. You get some big motion pictures. I know you've been in White Men Can't Jump. You were in the...
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, the new one.
The new one. Okay.
Yeah.
The one that that's
Also,
awesome.
Kurt Warner, The Underdog Story. You've got some good features.
I was Ray Lewis in that movie.
Yes.
How'd you get that gig?
Yeah, how did that come about?
Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Hey, that's
There
all
we go.
can do.
No,
man.
I work with a company. Shout out to Game Changers, and they've kept me in business for 12 years now.
Nice.
They got me my first gig when I did Focus with Will Smith, Best Man Holiday with Morris Chestnut, Sanaa Lathan, to being Ray Lewis. They've gotten me into commercials with Josh Allen. I was a double for Von Miller for 4 years. I was supposed to have been the Old Spice guy at one point, but we're not going to talk about that.
That's all right. You would have been a good Old Spice guy. Yeah. You would have been a good Old Spice dude.
Whoever the guy, I'm not going to mention. I don't mention names.
Yeah, names.
But
We're new to this. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're new to this.
But no, I ended up getting that gig, and it was a phone call, and that's what happens. I think that it just happens organically when you're a good person. I got a phone call in December from one of the coordinators, and it was like, hey, listen, we got a part for you. You're going to be Ray Lewis. And I was like, excuse me, say what? And it was like, listen, are you available in February? So there was no audition. They were like, are you available? And I was
Just
like,
show up. How many months did you have to prepare and
this
get
was
ready?
December.
Okay, so 2
And
months.
I had to move. He was like, the only catch is you got to be in Oklahoma for a month. So I had to move to Oklahoma February of 2021. We were on location during the whole COVID thing. 55 guys.
So why was it in Oklahoma?
Because of everything's expensive in California with film and the film industry.
Okay,
So that was pretty much like the beginning stages of like the mass exodus
Okay.
of film.
Interesting.
Yeah, I hear people film out of the country because it's so expensive.
Yeah, main campus for EA Sports is in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
EA Sports.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
Grew up hearing that. So as far as like mindset, waking up, you're already grateful. You got the day started. You got fresh air. What's something that you're looking towards in developing in the future? What's like a vision for acting that you hope maybe a certain role or a certain type of accolade or not accolade, something that you're working towards?
I've never done anything for the applause. Like
Okay.
to even play at NOU and look up and you see 70,000 and you make a play and everybody. I've never really did it for the applause. Like I just wanted to be who I needed.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a leader of men, a leader in my community. But there are certain things like I want to be looked at as like a prominent person in my industry, right? And I want to be someone that others can look at and be like, what, he did this, right? He didn't let not playing professional football for 12 years deter him from being someone that's special.
Yeah.
You know, I had 9 knee surgeries, reconstructed shoulder. I broke my back in 2 places. I just recently recovered from a torn Achilles. But that matters none, because ultimately I want to be that beacon of light for everyone. To like, no, he went through all this and he's still here.
Gotcha. And you played safety in college.
Correct.
But then when you went to the NFL, you moved to linebacker?
Correct.
So was that like a weight change? Was that a big difference?
It's a main story behind that. BV was kind of the reason.
Really?
A lot of BV. 2008, we played against Kansas, Tyrese and company, our national championship year. One of our linebackers, Ryan Reynolds, went down with his 3rd ACL, and he moved me to middle linebacker with 3 days. I'd never played the position before. We ended up winning the game. I graded the worst I've ever graded in my life. So that's kind of put me on radar for NFL teams, right?
Okay.
Then I ended up going to Combine, and I ended up pulling my hamstring at Senior Bowl. We couldn't tell medical because that's a red flag.
Yeah.
So I ended up running a slower 40 time at Combine. So that kind of pretty much pegged me into like, you're a linebacker, you're a linebacker, you're a linebacker.
Wow.
So it was just another mode of adversity that I had to like overcome.
You're like, this is nothing to me, man.
What's it like to prepare for the NFL Combine? The pressure?
It's mental. You're physically you've been training for it your whole life. I've been playing football since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
It's all mental, and Combine is prepared for you to fail. It's cold, it's dark, it's dreary. You're up, you have meetings, and you just cream rises. Unfortunately for me, I didn't perform my best at all.
Yeah.
But I still had the opportunity to be drafted 5th round, 147 overall to Buffalo. And, you know, that was another challenge. A kid from Louisiana, I'd never seen snow before.
Wow.
I didn't even have snow jackets.
I can't imagine.
So,
I can't imagine.
But it was dope. It was, I'm grateful for the opportunity.
That's awesome.
Well, you saw every environment.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Indeed.
110 degrees to 10 feet of snow.
And it gets hot in upstate New York, believe it or not. Yeah, it really does.
So you getting some workouts in while you're in town?
I am not. Probably the best workout I'm going to get in is at the steakhouse tonight.
All right. Where are you going?
Shout out to Mahogany.
There we go.
Downtown Oklahoma City. That's where me and the family
That's
will
a
be.
good spot.
They're waiting for us.
Hey, have you ever been to Red Prime up there?
No.
I think that's
I've only the 2 that I've only been to are Mickey Mantle's and Mahogany.
Yeah.
Those are good. Mickey Mantle's is a good
It's
spot.
fantastic.
The Ranch is pretty good here in Norman. Got a new steakhouse over there. Also, legacy. Let's talk a little bit about legacy. Okay, you're coming up. You've got purpose. Had a challenging life. Come out, change your stars. You know, change your destiny. What's the legacy you want to leave for your family, for the world?
I would like to plant a seed of which its shade someday I may never sit.
I love that. Yeah.
When my time is done and I'm gone, right? I just want my dash to matter. Everybody's got a beginning date, right? Everybody's got an end date. But for me, what's most important is like that in the middle. And I want that in the middle to be prolific.
Yeah.
You know, I want it to be quite amazing, because anything less than, right? Given the opportunity, wake up every day with an unconquerable appetite to just be great.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how I attack it. And you know, we all have bad days. We all have like not bad, but down days where we don't feel best. But
Yeah.
I look at it like your goals really don't care about your feelings.
Yeah. So I saw something recently about the illusion of choice. You know, so you think you have the option to not do it, to not do the work, but
It's more of a privilege.
pressure's a privilege, but really it's either do it or you don't play. You know, you're not in the game. So the illusion is that we think we can't do it. We can take a day off and skip, but you know, that's the illusion part of it.
If there's one thing I take away from this conversation, what I just heard from you is that line in between on the gravestone. I've never heard anybody say it that way. That's amazing.
We don't get to pick.
Yeah.
We don't get to pick our parents. We don't get to. We don't get to pick your upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't get to pick your environment. But when you become of age to make decisions, you get to pick your trajectory. And the people that have excuses are the ones that lean the other way. We all got a needle, so it just depends on which one.
Try to keep it in the middle. I love that, man.
Yeah.
I look at the middle as like the playing field. Every day we wake up, we get to go to work. That's a blessing.
Yep.
So I appreciate you saying that, man. So what's the plans for the Michigan game tomorrow? What you got lined up?
The plan for the Michigan game, tomorrow I will be at the Noun Hotel with the meet and greet with NIL Beverage. Signed one of the only former guys that I know that signed an NIL deal, and ultimately it helps our NIL collective. So percentages of the liquor, beer, alcoholic beverages go directly to our collective to pay guys for NIL. So
awesome. That's
another way for me to give back to help my university. And again, just to be who I needed.
And what's the name of the company or the NIL business?
NIL. It's called NIL.
Okay.
And Bagman.
Bagman's the brewing co? Okay. Got it.
What? And then is that what it's called? I saw the
South Oval Lager.
South Oval.
South Oval Lager.
Okay. That's right.
What was I at? Couch. I was couch 10. I remember dorms.
Okay. Yeah. South Oval Lager.
Yeah.
And Bagman beer. Yeah.
Heck yeah. So one more thing. Also, you're pretty good friends with Sharon Moore, the head coach of Michigan. And is it true that you almost went to play for Michigan?
I was committed to the University of Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah. So before, I ended up taking all 5 of my visits. And I ended up going to Michigan. And being a kid from Louisiana, if you know anything about Louisiana, we only have two seasons, hot and hotter.
Yeah.
So I wanted to experience like fall and winter. I just wanted to have, before I make a decision.
Yeah.
So I went there and they sold me on, I was the top 3 in the country at safety. And they sold me on being defensive Heisman.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson. We're the only school.
Yeah.
We're the only school that has a defensive Heisman. So that's how they sold me.
That's a pretty good sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting, I had a talk with Bo Schembechler, great, God rest his soul, great individual. And I gave him a verbal in his office before I left. I gave him a verbal commit. Unfortunately, my grandmother ended up getting terminally ill.
I'm sorry.
And I had to make a decision to be closer to home.
Okay.
So though Michigan would have been a great opportunity, I made the best decision to attend the University of Oklahoma.
There we go.
Yes,
I was also, a Jim Thorpe finalist, 2-time All-America. Probably the second best safety that ever played at the university.
Yeah,
Roy's number 1. So,
what's
just shout out to
that?
myself.
Hey, I love that.
I'm a fan of the Fab Five or Fab Four.
Does anybody have any fans at Oklahoma State? I don't think anything's.
Hey man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Good
That's cool.
Great.
Yeah, great decision.
Yeah.
It worked
I
out.
approve.
I came and I did it all. I was a president of my own community service-based organization while I was here. I pledged here. I wasn't just a football guy. I did it all. I was the first African-American homecoming king here.
Are you serious?
Hey.
Wow.
Hey.
I think we wanted to show the intro from 2007
Yeah,
too.
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite intros of all time. It's
Goosebumps, baby.
Yeah.
No, I literally
It's a
listen
good
to
one.
it every single Saturday before, Saturday's our game day,
Yeah.
for the car business. So I'm just blaring it.
It's time.
Yep. No, trust me. I grew up going to home games. We guessed the code to the Everest Center when I was 10 years old, and we got in there for like the next 6 games playing while we tailgated.
Yeah.
We were like 10 years old. We were in there playing, man, and like the last home game, it was locked. I was like, man, they saw us in there. The code was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and somehow I figured it out, got us in, and we were
And they saw you.
Yeah, they saw me.
Ruined it for everyone.
Hey, it was fun while we had it.
What's it like seeing the new facilities, the new stadium? Is it pretty? I mean, because it's changed a lot.
The
as far as
last
the
time that I was
locker room.
inside with the new facility, I was there. You're right. There's jealousy. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's transparent.
I'm not even
That's being
gonna lie.
transparent.
Like from a guy,
Stand on business.
a guy who played in 3 BCS games, the Fiesta Bowl against West Virginia, the Fiesta Bowl against Boise, and then the national championship game against them guys. And then that's $14.3 million every game.
I'm still hurting from those losses. I'll be honest.
It's fine.
The Boise and the Florida.
You were part of the Boise.
Yeah, that was me.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
No, it's
rest in
fine.
peace. Rest in
It's
peace.
still, to me, it still hadn't happened.
All right. We won.
But no, to see like but I love that though, to be able to help the next, right? So it's for those guys, man, to see that, it's amazing. It's
That's
really
awesome.
amazing. That's why I always say that it's
cool.
an honor and a privilege, because the guys that came before you are the reason why you have this.
Yeah, they built it.
Yeah, 100%.
Brick by brick.
Yeah, literally, knee by knee.
Yeah.
Winning. So it's all good.
Heck yeah, man. Anything else before we want to wrap up? I'm trying to think. I have so many questions I want to ask you, but we can do it offline as well and stay linked
There could
up.
always be a part 2. We don't know. This is episode 2. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
No, we can do
Maybe.
segments. We can do weekly, check-ins.
Man, bro, this
We can
is
roll out to LA
this
to
is
do so
insane. I'm here just like in absolute amazement that we have Nic Harris on our second podcast. That tells prayer, manifestation, whatever you do, it's real, man.
We're exactly where we're supposed to be.
We are.
Yeah.
We're right where we're supposed to be, and it's the most insane thing.
Can you guys
ever.
please not eat all of the
Save us one. Hey,
Jesus
Save
Christ.
us one.
Yeah, hold on. Save for Colby Beans. Save a Colby Beans. Hey, and she needs a name for her new protein line. That's even
Poll
better.
it. Let's drop that a poll.
Yeah.
She needs it. She needs a name.
I was saying, just drop the Colby. Just put the bean. Come here,
what's your
Colby.
ad?
Come
What's
here.
your ad?
Shout out.
Get in here.
So we got
bring the
a
little
mouth.
guy.
She's,
Bring the little guy.
Yeah, we got
Come
a
on.
vendor pop up, amazing new brand out of Norman, Oklahoma, Colby Bean Sweets. Check her out.
Colby Bean. Oh, she's eating one too.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could have brought us some.
Soon to be in a Costco near you, so check us out.
Costco, Whole Foods, Air One.
Yeah,
Let's not limit her. Let's not limit her.
Ooh, give me.
I
I
that.
want another
Let's
one
go.
of these. These things are amazing. These
These are
things are.
just our staple.
Where can we
Looks very
find
good.
you?
Right now I'm just an at-home kitchen. I'm about to get into 4 stars.
But what's your handle?
What's your handle for people to contact you?
Oh, it's at Colby Bean Sweets.
And how do you spell that?
KOLBYBEANSWEETS.
This is
There you
amazing.
go.
Better than Center. Never mind. That one place. That one place. We don't want to mention names. I'm getting better at it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It'll come back to bite you.
There's a couple of spots we need to
That's
cut
one thing
out.
about that. It'll come back to bite you.
Yeah, we need a couple spots we gotta cut out, bud.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you doing this for real.
No,
This is awesome.
I thank you guys for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
But man, hey, this has been another fun-filled episode. Many, many more to come. With Alec, staying on business, and no cap Nolan, dude.
Thank
Nic
you.
Harris, it was a pleasure,
Thank
buddy.
you.
It was a
Nick,
pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
man. I
buddy.
appreciate you. Appreciate
That's
you,
okay.
brother.
That's not
Yes,
gonna
sir.
bite you.